Hello, everybody. It's Beth from Dr. Bonnett Cosmetic Care, and we're here as part of a four-part series with Colleen Wilkinson, a familiar face to us all, who is a skincare specialist, and she's going to be answering over the next few weeks some of our most pressing questions. So welcome, Colleen, and thanks so much for joining us. We're really grateful to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
I would like to start today with asking you a question that I get asked all the time in the office. What's the difference between medical grade skincare and other brands that I could just purchase at my local pharmacy or big box store?
Great question. So this is also, I would say, like in the aesthetics industry, probably one of the most common questions that we get. Why should I pay more when I could get something else that I think is equivalent here? So sort of from the top, the really big differentiating factor between a retail grade product and then a medical grade product comes down to a couple of different things. One is purity, so purity of ingredients, and then another one is penetration into the skin. So those two together really determine how active a product is, and usually how active a product is will indicate how much treatment or change it's going to affect in your skin. So products that you find at any mass retailer are really approved by Health Canada for mass consumption, right? So they have to be formulated so that there won't be a lot of reactions. People won't be sensitive to them. They can't cause any, quote unquote damage in the skin, that type of thing. So just lighter and gentler, I guess, versus medical grade products. So medical grade products are meant to be sold by trained professionals, really, right? So not necessarily a prescription from a physician, but medical skincare companies do have teams that sort of educate professionals in the industry on how to use the products, who the products are best suited to. And then there's also sort of a back-end process for handling any, reactions or anything like that. So when you think of medical grade, just think of more powerful ingredients, the ability to change more in the skin because they go a little bit deeper, and then, purity of ingredients as well. So I always use this example. There's a really, really massive company out there that advertises their hyaluronic acid serum on commercials. And you always see this. And, hyaluronic acid is a great thing in the skin. And this, I think they say, oh, we have 1.5% hyaluronic acid or something like this. So out of interest, one day I just went online and I said, oh, I wonder how much this hyaluronic 1.5% costs. So I Googled it and I looked it up, and I think it was something like $39.99 at the drugstore, right? So 1.5% hyaluronic acid, 2%, whatever it was. Okay. And then you compare it to like a medical grade hyaluronic acid product, which are usually anywhere from like 75% and above hyaluronic acid, right? So both
Little difference there.
Little difference, right? So both labeled as like hyaluronic acid serums. One seemingly very, attractive to a buyer because it's $39.99 as opposed to, I don't know, like usually in medical grade, you're up around the $100 mark, right? Mm-hmm. But technically, if you kind of worked out the percentage of the ingredient that you want that you're getting, technically then the retail one is more expensive because you're getting, 70 times or whatever more of the active product in the medical grade ingredients. So just kind of an example. So it really does come down to reading labels and having a discussion, about active ingredients and what you're trying to achieve in the skin when you're trying to decide between one or the other.
And also medical grade skincare, because it is so much stronger, we don't use as much. So I find that they tend to last longer than some of that over-the-counter stuff because we're also using so much of it because we're not seeing a result. And so we keep, and it's wasteful on that end, as well as the fact that you're just not getting the performance and the results that you're looking for.
Yeah, I usually sort of recommend a little kind of tip or trick is when you have a medical grade product, apply half of what you think you need or half of what you're used to versus, anything that you would get outside of a medical setting, and then go up from there if you think you need to. But yeah, the last thing you want to do is waste any product that's unnecessary.
That's great. And I'm going to remember that half tip for clients when they come in for consults. So thank you for that, Colleen. That was really great and really helpful. And we look forward to what you'll have to share with us next week.
Love giving you tips and tricks.